All right, so the problem is you have that tiny SI. That SI is needed to create routine, known information, and just be able to have that kind of systematized life that you're building.
Tiny SI syndrome. Sounds like something that is cured with a large monster truck.
Oh my God. Okay. The thing with the desire for the new and the new and the new is that you're going to be the one, oddly enough, that is creating this massive tidal wave of the outside universe is going to be the one forcing the control.
It couldn't be more real. It couldn't be more real. I actually had a really good conversation with an ENFP. Or no, he's actually an ENTP, but he was talking about how at work he just feels like that feeling of I'm being controlled just starts to overwhelm him. And then he feels like, I have to run.
I have to go and actually upset the chessboard.
It is so Carl Jung-like to hear the same words and the same stories and the same fears from people in such a real, literal way.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I've actually heard this story a lot. This is a recurring story I've heard quite a bit. I even have a friend in high school that dealt with this, where they would look for, in her situation, it was, I look for the bad guy that I'm dating just to cause this like upset in the universe that I now have to like puzzle the possibilities and figure out the missing information that's there, what's going on, what's happening, just creating this entire chaos. And the weird part about it is the belief was, no, this is coming from outside of me.
Right.
This isn't me that's causing this. I'm like, the crazy part is, yes, it is, because there's a desire for
and from
the upset.
And from talking to ENFPs, kind of like explain that to them. They're like, oh my gosh, I can now see that I am doing that.
Yes, it's like a mind explosion of like, holy, my whole life, right?
Where have we seen ENFPs, or let's just say lead EPs or Savior NE, where have we seen them win in life? You know, how can you just copy other people that have won?
Oddly, we were just talking about Rhett, so it's kind of funny, like literally the two of them. That whole entire show is just an NEFI, just mind, you know.
Yeah.
Rhett is the other half of that story there that is the NEFI.
You'll see double the cider in him, where he's a little bit faster on the decisions, a little calmer with self and tribe.
Yes.
He's got the lead NE.
He's going to be a little bit more weird when it comes to the missing information game. That's where he's going to be like, guys, things. You know, it's going to be more like things oriented.
Yeah, control issues, etc.
Right. But here's the deal. That guy has been a part of a show for years. I mean, talk about the most repetitive, the most structured, just every
That's so true.
I'm amazed at his ability to go through that kind of repetitive routine over time. And he's built up for himself the control so he can keep doing the chaotic of the guessing games and what do I love, what do I value. That's what the whole show is about. But he did respect the other side of the board, which is creating a whole control system for himself.
Yeah, because if you don't put that control out of business, someone else has got to come do it for you.
Yes,
if you're just chaotically doing whatever you want on YouTube, in Rhett's case, for example, who's taking care of the scheduling and the uploading and all the tech issues and the customers and everything else?
Right.
That there's a massive amount of control needed to support all that random, fun, new chaos.
The odd thing is, it's so predictable.
ENFPs, you're just boring the hell out of us. All you're doing is figuring everything out, causing chaos, being the smartest guy in town, self-amusing, wiggling out of that control. It's getting to be a boring story. Could you maybe mix things up and add a little control to your life?
There you go. All right, so if you're an ENFP, you either get NETE as your two saviors, or you get NEFI. That's just how it goes. Half the board gets NETE or NEFI.
Which one's the more valuable one?
Right.
Which one's the more logical one?
Yeah, right. The valuable one, the one that cares about value at least, is the one that has FI. Logical, yes. Sometimes.
That's the joke, dude. You don't have to explain jokes to ENFPs.